What's good, everyone? It's Gavin or Tweek.
What's good? What's good? It's Marcus or Pink.
What up? What up? It's Charles or Chuck.
What's going on, everyone? You got Matt or Haz coming in live. You already know we got a great episode coming up. Let's make moves, Miami. Shout out to our boy Max holding it down there, always hosting great tournaments for our friend Gavin to win, which is always a good time for us to watch. So obviously we're going to be going through that tournament. But before we do that, you already know what we got to do as we start up the episode. Before we check in with each other, more important than making sure we're all doing well, let's check in with our sponsors. We got actually a new one here helping us out with the throne. We got ZENNI. Let's check out ZENNI here. ZENNI offers affordable eyewear for everyone. Sunglasses, prescriptions, blue light blockers, contacts, mind gray lenses, and more. Now, in order to use in order to get 15% off, you can use the code THRONE15 for 15% off site-wide now on the link provided there, zennigaming.sjv.io/throne. Check that out. They're helping us out, so why don't you guys help them out? Check them out. Get some glasses, get some contacts, whatever you need. All your eyewear needs be taken care of by ZENNI. We appreciate them. They're helping out the throne, so we want to help them out. So check them out for sure. And then Charles, tell them about the Patreon. Hit it, Chuck.
Of course, the Patreon, it's what keeps this podcast going. So thank you to anyone that supports this podcast through the Patreon. Of course, we have bonus content where we go over bonus topics. And also we've been kind of mixing in, as well as Gavin, just kind of doing some of these VOD reviews over his tournament sets. I think for anyone competing or anyone really interested in Gavin's perspective when he's going through all these tournament VODs. And I mean, as someone who also would review VODs with Gavin, I think Gavin has an incredible mind for the game, obviously has a ton of experience. So hearing his insight is always very, very valuable. So yeah, let us know in the comments too if you guys have been liking the mix of Gavin doing the VOD reviews over his tournament sets plus the bonus content as well. We're trying to find like an even medium, and especially with this week, Gavin has so much more tournament VODs to go over, and then Thrones next week and as well. So Gavin will have a lot of VODs to pick from, and obviously like that winner's final set was insane at LMBM Miami. So really looking forward to that. And yeah, we'd love to hear you guys' feedback. And of course, if you guys do enjoy the content, but can't support us on the Patreon, no worries. You can just go ahead and hit that like button on any podcast or platform you're watching on, Spotify, YouTube, what have you. And yeah, of course, just leave a comment. Let us know what you guys feel about the Patreon content. And yeah, how you been doing, Pink?
I'm great, man. Did I tell y'all? Did I tell y'all we got the car back? I feel like I said that on the last episode. I wasn't sure.
Car has been,
okay. Yeah, car is retrieved. Life's good. Psalm's good. Halloween was chill. We went out. We had an excellent costume. I probably should have actually posted it for. Actually, never mind. I don't really like posting them on the internet. But yeah, it was a great costume. I'll show y'all.
Lit.
And then, I have a question for y'all. I was gonna do a poll on Twitter, but then I was like, that's stupid. So, okay. When does Christmas start?
After Thanksgiving.
After Thanksgiving. Okay.
We do
Christmas season?
Sure. Mm-hmm.
Well, Christmas is on the 25th, but if you're
To
asking,
some people, it's the day after Halloween, bro.
it's now.
Yeah, I feel like it's day after Halloween angle.
What?
Wow.
That's
You're
great. No,
you're
wrong.
OD, bro.
Yeah, no. Dude, for me, we do. So we all show up to my mom's for Thanksgiving, and then the next day we put the Christmas tree up because we're all there as a family. Like that makes sense, and it has always made sense to me, and that's how I do it. It's right before December hits, and that's perfect.
I'm down with that answer. I'll just copy Haz.
I was just curious. I was just
What
thinking
about you?
Your answer, yeah. What the heck?
Do you guys, when you see it, like see Christmas lights in the beginning of November, or does that trigger you?
Yeah.
It triggers.
I think it's weird to just give up on Halloween so quick.
Well, okay. Once the holiday is gone, it's gone.
What?
Give up on Halloween.
What? Why are
You're
you
just giving up
How
on
could you
it.
give up on Halloween, man?
glad you're looking out for Halloween?
You're
What the
tearing it
heck?
down. You can tear it down, but you can't replace it that quick. Like, chill out.
I'm more
I
worried
see.
about Thanksgiving. That's what's messed up to me. You can't run over. That is arguably the best holiday.
Thanksgiving, I feel like,
run
is a
over.
smaller window, though.
Dude, come on.
That's why you
Thanksgiving is
can't
a fuller
rob it.
holiday.
You
It's
get a
fuller-
whole month when it's Thanksgiving. Like what? Usually around a month.
Thanksgiving's
That's
the
so
go, dude.
long.
I feel like I only start caring like within like a week or two. I don't know.
That's where I'm at. I'm a
Maybe
like.
definitely not 2 weeks. Definitely 1 week max.
If I could, I'll put my decorations up the week of 7 days on the first day.
I
How many
agree.
days of Christmas are there? Those many days. Anyway, I don't know. I was just curious. If I had to pick one, it would be the day after Thanksgiving, but I don't know. Anyway, how's it going, Haz? My bad. You're typing. You're locked in. Chuck, send it up.
Been doing good. Just getting a lot of construction work done, a lot of renovating, and we've been making a lot of headway. So, been trying to get a lot more work done since I'm leaving early to San Jose with Haz. So we're gonna have a little vacay. So I'm excited for that. So definitely have been working this previous weekend and a little bit more, waking up earlier and stuff for these past couple of days just to front load as much work as possible. But I'm looking excited. It's a little vacation, and of course the throne coming up. So I'm really excited because our roster's super lit.
True.
What about you, Gavin?
I'm tired.
You're tired? You just, so we are recording Monday night. So
Yeah.
Gavin literally just got off the plane. So
Yeah, I'm pretty good. I'm excited for Throne. It's very excited for it. Just to see y'all. And I've also been to Florida like 3 times this month. I know November just started, but I'm still kind of counting it.
yeah.
Like no more Florida for a little bit, please. But yeah, I'm good. I'm good, of course. Happy to be home for a little bit, going right to Throne. I'm just busy, bro. I feel like I'm busier than ever. Like literally ever, my whole life. Like when it comes to traveling and Smash, like it just doesn't stop.
This is the season, man. It really is. I know.
Which is crazy because I feel like there was a pause, or there was like, it was slow for a bit and then it ramped up out of nowhere.
Yeah. It happens all the time. Like stuff just pops up.
Yeah, and I kind of view this time as like the end of the season, or like kind of getting to the postseason, or end of this, like however you want to phrase it. Not postseason, like off season. There you go. No, the off season. So, yeah. Speaking of postseason, don't really want to talk about the Yankees. That was a heartbreaker. So we're gonna move past that. Dude, you know what the worst is? Is people were like, so the Yankees. I guess let's talk about it. They're down. They're down 0-3. And they won game 4, and I was like, I want to go to game 5 so bad. I was looking at buying tickets and going to the city and all that shit, which is crazy expensive, but I was looking to do it, but I couldn't because of work. And then I watched them lose that game at home, and I got so many people that are like, dude, at least you didn't go. At least you didn't spend the money. I was like, what the fuck? That does not make me feel any fucking better. Like, oh my God. Like, oh. That I saw Gavin. I saw you shake your head. I know you get it. I've told many people this, and not many people are on my side. They're like, no, that's true. At least you didn't spend the money. I'm like, bro, it's like breaking up with a girl. Like if you take her out to dinner and then she breaks up with you, at least you got a nice meal. You know, at least I would have gone to the stadium, you know, had a Judge burger or whatever. She does it over text. It's like, well, shit, this sucks. And I'm stuck with all this other stuff. You know, I was like, that's the best comparison I could come up with for it. Like, at least I was there. I could be a justified, like, really pissed off and sad fan. I really was sad anyway, but they're done. It's Knicks season. We go. Move on. Basketball's underway, which is great. I know for most of us in this chat, it's been pure comedy, pure drama. Like it's been incredible. Like it's so, I don't know how the NBA delivers so well every season, but it's been great.
The Sixers are good, man. They look good.
Oh, that's crazy. I can't believe you couldn't even say it with a straight face. Oh my God.
I mean, to be fair, like it's the first. I can't say it, bro.
Paul George, I think, is playing tonight. I think.
I'll say. Joel Embiid look good.
Y'all look better than the Bucks. Y'all look better than the Bucks.
I think the Bucks might have. The Bucks were beating Cleveland last time I checked, and Cleveland's
Doc
undefeated.
Rivers basketball, Marcus. Come on, have some respect.
Yeah,
it's a gem from the early 2000s.
No, never mind. Cleveland won. They're 8-0.
Yeah, I think Doc Rivers with the Bucks is like
Detroit beat the Lakers
27 or something like that. Like they have a very negative record.
Lakers are streaky. Me and Gavin are huge JJ Redick fans, though.
Same, yeah.
And Marcus W.
Yes.
Anyway, sorry, those are NBA side tangents, so that's good. Everything's good. I am super excited for Throne as well. Check out the link for the merch. The merch is super clean this year. I'm excited to see Gavin and Charles, at which Marcus was going, as I always do for every tournament. But we're going, Charles, like you said, we're going to go early and just kind of chill. Him and I have both been working our asses off in real life and with Smash stuff and with Throne, and we just wanted a couple of days just to chill and go eat some good food in the San Jose area and enjoy the nice weather and get some drinks and chill. So we're gonna do that for a couple days and have a good
I
time.
would like to play some video games.
Yeah,
That'd
we
be
got
fun.
games. We got YuGiOh. We're gonna chill and just have a.
Oh snap!
boys-
Thanks for
yeah.
reminding me.
Yeah. Don't forget your deck, please. I got mine
Okay.
as well. But yeah, I'm excited. And similar to what Gavin was saying, is I feel like everything's kind of coming to a head with Throne. Like, just a lot has been going on, and it feels like this is kind of like the last stop for me for a little while in terms of being able to just chill and like relax and take it a little easier, both at work and real life and family and Smash. So I'm happy to be here, and I think it's an amazing tournament to do so. So I'm really excited to see y'all, but not as excited as I was last night watching a little tournament called Let's Make Moves Miami.
Holy moly. That tournament.
Damn. So it's crazy. I'm a noted Sonic the Hedgehog hater. I love Sonix. Great player. Wrath, great player. All that great stuff. Hate the character. I just can't. It's not for me. He's for some people. I'm not one of them. That Wrath Mia set was fire, which I never thought I'd say in my life about Game & Watch Sonic. Comeback that Wrath had, I tweeted, I was like, that's one of the best comebacks I've ever seen in my life. Well, and then Gavin came along about 20 minutes later. Anyway.
Way longer than that.
Way longer than 20 minutes.
My fault.
20 hours.
20 days later, Gavin came along. I think, none of us were there, Gavin. Why don't you just walk us through? Everyone wants to hear your thoughts, all the different comebacks, where your head was at. I want to know how you felt about having to play 2 Sonics in top 8 and how that helps you kind of prep for the tournament. But in general, I think people just want you to talk. So floor is yours.
Yeah, do you want to start from like the beginning of your run? Do you want to go into top 8? Like where do you want to start the narrative?
I was gonna ask y'all if y'all wanted me to talk about winners finals immediately or just talk about everything.
Nah, build up.
We need to build up.
Locking your top 64, because I think if
I'll get to top 64 quick.
Yeah, I know you're a bracket looker at her, and I'm sure you looked at top 64 when you saw your bracket and was like,
I didn't look at pools or anything. I looked at 64 once I was like done for the day. But yeah, pools, like I sat down to play pools. I played against Akasia my first match, and I'm just like let's go.
Starting things off right.
I win a game. They picked Kalos. If you know, you know. My second round was Meta Knight.
Ooh,
let's go.
Yep,
very good matchup as well. My next round was Rob. Another good matchup, and that was for top 64. So I just felt good. I haven't been playing the game at all. The last time I played the game before Miami was a regional I went to. It was great. It went well, and all that good stuff. Like good practice. My region's very good, but I didn't play leading up into Miami, and before that regional I didn't play. So I've only been playing in brackets, so I wasn't really sure what was going to happen and all that. But yeah. So top 64 was the next day. There's daylight savings, which made our lives easier. I feel like everyone was happy about that. Just get an
plus
extra
1 hour.
Yeah. Pretty sick for like a major tournament for that to line up like that. My first round was Dominator, which was pretty funny because I played Dominator for the first time at Cirque a couple weeks ago. So that was wild, out of all the players, that it was Dominator. And it went perfectly fine. I do think so. If we're judging based off matchups, my bracket was really good, right? Like I just listed a bunch of winning matchups. Me personally, I think Mario is still in that category. I think some Diddy Kong players might not think that based on just the vibes, and I could see Diddy Kong players liking it less than me. But I do think I'm also just generally good versus Mario. I think it's actually one of my better matchups. We've probably, I think we talked about.
I mentioned it before.
I don't think it was that long ago. We talked about some of the matchups I'm good at, other than like the obvious. Mario, I'm pretty damn good versus Mario. So that went really well. I do think Diddy beats the character. I think a lot of the other Mario characters are harder, like Luigi and like Wario, if you want to like do that. Even like Dr. Mario, I consider to be a little bit harder than Mario, like all that stuff. Rosa, like whatever. So that was 3-0. And then my next round was GOML, and that's Ryu and Ken. So that's like so far the hardest matchup is Mario. And usually at this point I've run into something that's pretty bad. So I'm chilling. Some brackets I guess not. But I beat GOML 3-0. He went Ryu a couple of times, then he went Ken. And then I played Shattuck, I think. And once again, some people don't like it as much as me, but I think this matchup's great. In my opinion, the hardest matchup I've played up to this point is still Mario, which says a lot. So yeah, I that was for top 8, and I don't really have much to say other than I just played to my strengths, played to the matchup strengths, all that stuff. So
Did you just feel like you were playing well leading up through all those
I could tell
I was top 64?
I could tell I was playing better. Pools, I had no idea how to perceive it. Well, actually, when I played Firefly, it was like pretty freaking good. But I still didn't know what, like, it was going into a different day, and like I didn't know for sure how well I was playing. But when I started playing Dominator, I could tell I was actually playing good.
Aggressive side Bs off stage, bro. Like those edge guards were crazy that you were doing against Dominator.
Shouts to James. Long time ago, we talked about that, and I've always had it in my back pocket ever since.
Nice.
There's a lot that goes into that. Not that much, but there's a lot of interesting things that go into monkey flip edge guarding. But yeah, because I played Dominator so recently, it made it easier for me to tell if I was playing good or not. And I was definitely playing good. But I still wasn't 100% sure because, like I said, I'm good versus Mario. I'm good versus Rob. I'm good versus Mario. And so I wasn't sure yet. And then when I played GOML, it was very, very good as well. So I think it was by then it was safe to assume I was playing good. And then when I played Shattuck, I actually didn't think I played that good, but I played well I actually made some comebacks in like some ways. Like I think I was at some deficits versus Shattuck at least a couple times, but I didn't lose any games. So I was like, okay, cool. But
you were
I
down
think
a stock like
that matchup is really good for Diddy. It just is. Shattuck does really well versus other Diddies, and I can see why sometimes it would be hard because Diddy doesn't have air mobility. Corrin's range kind of ignores like all of, like not all. Diddy, Corrin's range can kind of not have to worry about some of Diddy Kong's small movement things just because it just beats everything with raw range. But she is slow on the ground, so I get to pull banana a lot. All that stuff. She's a sword character, blah blah blah. Diddy usually does pretty good. So I just play it pretty simply, to be honest. Also, I feel like sometimes I forget to realize I've been fighting Corrin like most of my life.
Yeah.
It's one of my most played Smash Bros matchups, and I grew up playing against Cosmos and Ryuga like daily. Like ridiculous amount of Corrin experience. And I think it translates well enough. So yeah. And that was for top 8. And then Wrath beat Mia, so I had to play Wrath. And I was feeling good for it specifically because I knew I have to win, and 2, I figured I'd probably play Sonix at some point. So why not play Wrath before that? Just play the 2 best Sonics in the building in preparation for each other, kind of thing. And I think I played good versus Wrath, to be honest. So I figured I had a good chance versus Sonix as well. So I beat Wrath 3-0 in semis. So this is where I was thinking, okay, I don't want to sound like an asshole or arrogant, but I've always wanted to win a major without dropping games. And
something on the bucket list.
I actually thought this was it. Genuinely.
Going into winners finals?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like regardless of opponent, I thought this was like very realistic. Like realistic for what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For what I'm asking for. But that did not happen. That did not happen.
Getting no game losses up until
Against-
winners final still very
Yeah.
impressive.
Is that why you turned on the Jets so hard to come back in that game 1 of winners final? Like, wait a second, I can't throw away this game.
I was fighting for my life regardless.
Yeah. Sonix is trying to destroy those dreams real quick.
So
Bro.
I knew a lot of people would have wanted me and Leo. I thought maybe there's a chance. I truly,
man.
Dude.
regardless of the outcomes, I truly think Leo does pretty good versus Sonix, though. I think he does. I think he forces Sonix to play like faster and more aggressive. Like he brings it out of Sonix in a way that a lot of people don't. I think maybe it's some character stuff with Joker, but I don't know. I feel like even if Sonix does better generally, I feel like Leo keeps it close or whatever. But yeah, it wasn't me versus Leo. I thought maybe there's a chance, but like I said earlier, I figured I was gonna play Sonix at some point, so might as well play Wrath previously. I play Sonix. I kind of black out here for some reasons because of the craziness that happened. I actually don't remember that much.
I mean, to be fair, you're probably very focused on playing.
Yeah, I think he wins game 1. Right?
I don't remember.
Yeah,
Okay,
dude.
I'm gonna be honest.
I just remember game 5.
So
That's the only thing I remember.
yeah, for me, when I looked at your top 64 bracket, I had this thought. Like I looked at it earlier in the day, and I had this thought that if Wrath beats Mia, which is very likely, then you just win the event. So there was like this weird thing where I was just like, I don't know if I need to watch this, and it kind of felt akin to where like if Akola and Mia are at like an event in Japan, I was like, it's gonna be Tweek Sonix, and if it's in winners finals, then Gavin's much more likely to win, and then so
it starts to become a routine when it happens enough times.
Yeah.
And yeah, I thought Wrath was gonna do well versus Mia. He was up 2-0. But I wasn't piecing everything together quite yet because I was behind. Like I had to play Jazo at this time. I was more focused on just playing that set. So I didn't really piece everything together. And by the time I did, he was my next opponent anyway. So yeah. I think Sonix beat me solidly game 1, and I was just like, damn, my bucket list thing.
No.
I win the next game. I don't think it was as solid as he won the first game. I think I win the next game as well. And then I kind of had it game 4 and like some weird stuff happened. I had a potential down tilt F smash. I even did the pivot boost, I think, and it didn't work. It's so hard.
And then you monkey flipped off stage, and then
everyone keeps saying that, and I don't remember if it was a misinput. People keep asking me why I did it, but I don't even remember what it was, so I'd have to see it.
Part of me feels like you were trying to pull a banana, maybe.
I mean, yeah, my controller isn't perfect. I think I got at least one other input like that. It's kind of like when Rob players like do a roll out like instead of shoot the gyro or something or charge gyro.
Right.
It's like one of those situations that just like feels ugly as the character. So yeah, everyone keeps talking about this monkey flip, and I don't remember what monkey.
No, not that.
Not that.
It's
like,
after
that wasn't the best monkey flip, but that's not that.
After you do the banana down tilt.
I wasn't looking at the clock as much as
you didn't look at the clock. I swore you looked at the clock like when you got a big hit around like 45ish seconds.
I might have did, but I was gonna say I think I was looking at it less than Sonix. I think like based on like the way the match
here.
is
I thought you looked.
It should have been game. That was
right.
Game. That was game.
Yeah. You should have just ran away at this point.
Then you landed the banana, and I was like, just go for damage, you win,
dude. Okay, actually, that
didn't
look like that was a misinput. Yeah,
that was
banana? No, I don't think it was. I think I was like super sure he was gonna do something.
Yeah, but if you looked at the clock, you would not.
I don't think I did that. That down tilt wasn't proper. Like I don't think it. I don't think it.
I thought you were dead to that up air. So many like. Bro.
Would you have if you were like paying more attention to the clock? Would you have gone for that monkey flip though? If you thought that
probably not. I think I just felt the momentum from the specific hit I looked for, And I think I lost the game because I banked on this down tilt after
Yeah.
the banana.
What do you in that exact
yeah.
moment, Gavin? Like, what goes through your head? Like, you know, obviously we see players go against Sonix and go to the clock all the time. You just lost. That was a critical game 3. What are you thinking? I mean, I see, you know, you reach down, you grab your water, and kind of head back in. But what was going through your mind?
To be honest, like nothing at all. Like pretty much nothing specific. I'm just going to the next game. I've played Sonic against Sonic my whole life, and like the game plan was always that against me anyway. I've played against Sonics a million times, online, offline. He's timed me out in tournament, out of tournament. I've won through timeouts against him before. I think not as much in tournament as he has, but I'm always willing to win that way, just holding a lead and playing to Diddy Kong's strengths. So I knew it was on the table, and I knew I lost because of he got mad damage after I didn't kill him. Like that's fine. And I tried to go do something different. I don't think I've ever picked this stage versus Sonix.
Right.
And I probably
Yeah.
won't ever again.
I don't think I ever will again. But yeah. Here,
this is the one where you had the crazy. Oh no, that's game 5. Oh, this is game 5.
This is game 5.
You do that crazy comeback on Sonix on FD, which is
my disadvantage was just
so
bad.
crazy.
It's hard on this stage because like there's no platform to land.
To
on.
reset.
He covers so much.
I've just been to be more like just play on different stages more often. I hate losing and like running it back and losing again. It's been my like. I've been trying to not do that specifically the last few tournaments, and I think it's helping significantly. After Luminosity Invitational, I lost some game 5s that even to this, like even like after these next few brackets, I truly believe I wouldn't have lost those Luminosity Invitational sets if I went other stages. Because I lost those game 5s, and I truly believe I would have beat Ashimo and Gluto if I went on other stages. Like at the end of the day, who cares? Like I lost, but so based off that logic, I've been trying to switch it up, and yeah, it was rough. It was really rough this stage.
You're gathering data. I mean, you said you would probably never take Sonic
like
to FD.
It's a classic thing. Like if I'm fighting a Kazuya in friendlies and we get FD, I'm not mad. I'm Diddy Kong. But yeah, I know there's like characters that are stronger on certain stages, blah blah blah. But this was just worse than anticipated. Simple as that. And my disadvantage sucked as a player, I think. But also the stage made it hard for sure.
Yeah.
So I don't think I would play FD again versus Sonix. But Sonic players usually ban it versus me. So, and because of the rule set and how in the other stages he was banning, he had to leave something open that he wasn't banning previously.
Ooh.
So, yeah.
Bro.
And I barely live. I could only air dodge there. You can't do specials after that. For anyone who doesn't know. So yeah.
You tried to go for the dare too. I was like, dang. Gavin tried to hit it with the highway robbery.
Yeah.
I loved it. I loved
pure
it.
greed for a character with no air drift, bro.
Well, I think it's good that you show your opponent that you're willing to like.
Oh yeah, I know the assignment. Like that's
exactly.
Right.
The position I'm in, I have no right to win, honestly.
Yeah. I was like, there's absolutely no way you make this comeback because it's just way too like it's genuinely way too difficult.
I tell this to anyone who asks me about the matchup all the time, that it's the first stock, blah blah blah. But like this, don't expect this to happen regularly, y'all. Like please.
Especially against Sonic. Like, Sonic is probably the hardest character in the game to have a comeback like this on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can get
misinputs and everything too. Like
I mean, it was game 5.
He spaghettied like fucking crazy.
Yeah,
too,
he started going like a lot of like
that covered everything, I think.
Double jump nair, like spin dash up B, like a lot of like not typical Sonics playstyle things where like
it was a weird situation because the clock is like possibly timed, but it shouldn't be. And then like, do you finish it or not? And then I'm like kind of playing like a crazy person because I want to finish the game.
Dude, some of your double jumps to like barely avoid him were just so close. Like
it was
so close.
It was very, very hectic. Everyone thought I could up smash that. No way up smash would hit, by the way. disclaimer for anyone thinking I should have up smashed that. I definitely should not have up smashed that.
I love how Gavin just has it ready. Like, I know y'all think I could up smash that, but I can't. One thing I will
If it was
note
closer, sure.
Yeah, one thing that was crazy
God,
about
dude.
this,
That flip kick was on purpose off stage.
Oh, yeah.
I believe the monkey flip was enough with the max rage. It was
And you
crazy.
popped off, which I love.
I
Well,
literally
yeah, of
texted
course.
B over the weekend that I don't pop off anymore, and of course that happens.
Well, dude, that was that like the craziest comeback you've ever had in Smash?
I
In
just went
tournament.
out. I went out to dinner with B as soon as I landed, and we were sitting down, and we literally suggested. I think not only I have a bad memory, and I've been doing this a long time. I think that's probably the craziest thing I've ever done in Smash, and I think I won't top it.
Really?
The context of what that was,
It was pretty crazy.
like,
Well, and it has to be set up that way too, like Game 5. Like,
yeah, like
it's
I
just
don't know
bad.
if I'll get an opportunity, and I don't know, like,
Well, next time you get a Game 5, just counterpick yourself.
it was
Like, you
definitely
got
up
two
there.
stars.
I've actually had some crazy clutch moments, but I don't know if it's like that.
Yeah, and let's be real, the characters you played in Smash 4 were like Omega broken. So when you did it in Smash 4, it wasn't that. But like,
I mean, I
in
usually
thi-
didn't. I usually didn't. I usually just like kind of choked them out. Like I wasn't like winning in brackets because I was like down in like 0 to death thing. I was usually just straight up winning,
right,
uh,
of course.
which is how I've always been. I much prefer to win with a lead. I don't like to win the way I won this weekend, or at least in that one game. But yeah, it set everything up. I won the tournament because of that game. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not beating Sonix in 2 sets from losers. And I don't even know if I'd beat Paris to begin with in losers. So that won me the tournament altogether, and I just had to make sure I capitalized with the set I had to work with, and I think I did. I lost on PS2 every game versus Sonix. Fun fact. I think that's worth noting. I might actually have to stop going PS2 versus Sonix.
Wow, it's like that stage is the biggest stage ever by far by a super large margin, huh? What consistency.
So it's just like, and I ran it back, and it was set once. So I was like, I can run it back once.
I'm allowed one run back, right?
And it didn't work. So yeah, I went to different stages. I won game 3 of set 1 in Grands. By the way, before I go deeper into Grands, I expected to play light, like just off of the field. I'm not trying to disrespect anyone. Like, Sonix is clearly like higher on the rankings and all, and like he been placing better overall. So like, but I just thought, I put myself in Sonix's shoes. I thought it would be hard to bounce back from. So shouts to Sonix for like completely bouncing back and winning the first set, because I thought I was cooked. I'm not gonna lie, because he lost in a crazy fashion in winners, and then was playing like it never happened. So I was worried. But yeah, I expected to play light with the context of everything. And if we look into just on paper, Fox does well into Sonic. Light does well into Sonic. Lately, it's been a lot harder for him. It's like every Sonic player at the same time got better versus Fox. Like,
they figured out how to edgeguard Fox, bro. It's crazy.
Like, all of them at the same time got better versus Light. Every single Sonic player.
Yeah.
So they're like, and this is like not like a new, like it's been like, this has been developing for a while now. Like he's been struggling a little bit more. So I get why Sonix made it back to me, but if I had to guess in that moment, I was preparing for Light. And I thought versus Light, I thought I was probably going to win the tournament, but it was only because I was in winners. So I was not feeling that confident. I'm not going to lie to y'all.
Snap, man. Okay, so funny thing. Light and Sonix are playing. I message Haz. It's the only time I message Haz the entire.
Yeah, you didn't even message me. I don't think.
I didn't message. No, because I think there are times where I think you're playing well enough, and I look at your bracket, and there's a few things that I'm just like, bro's chilling. Like somebody asked me, how do you feel? Yeah, they're like, how do you feel Tweek's playing this weekend? And I was like, bro, I haven't watched a single game, but his bracket looks very, very good for him. But I message Has. I go, I am really nervous about Gavin having to play Light. Like I am, especially because Light was playing very, very well.
Well, and he's also like the only person, one of the only people I played in friendlies, obviously, like always.
Yeah.
And he was beating my ass.
And
he was ready for you, bro.
You have a very impressive, like, I usually, if I'm in Winter Sides Grands, I just win. You have 2 sets to work with. But one of the people that you've lost to in 2 sets is Light. Do you remember when it was? I'm sure you might remember.
Level Up?
It was Level Up, yeah. Which is like a weird tournament, but I had to
I was
start
like switching characters, blah, blah,
blah. Yeah. But I was just like, Gavin's playing well, Light is playing very well. And that is a momentum dude. Like, if he made it to Grands, he would have saw, like, oh, the finish line is right there.
Set 2 would have to be my
He just said set 2.
Yeah. We go set 2. It's a set 2 angle.
But that's the thing, like, I was nervous because I was like, dude, if he brings it to set 2 with that momentum, like, it's going to be hard to slow him down. So I actually also expected you to play Light. And when Sonix won, I went to sleep. I'm not going to hold you. I was like, all right, Gavin wins. Gavin wins. Like, it's up. All right. Yeah. And I woke up and they were like, Gavin won. I was like, sick.
So on the other side, Marcus typed all this shit up to me, and my response was, "Gavin will win," and that was it.
That's all he said. That's all
Gavin will win.
He didn't say anything about who he's fighting, anything.
He was locked into watching, I guess.
I had it. I was there, dude. Well, dude, you know what's also funny is Marcus said he didn't text you. I am such an idiot because I texted you a joke while you were mid. Do you remember this? I just texted you.
Like a tweet or something?
Yeah, basically. Like, I was just texting you like it was a normal fucking Wednesday, and I was like, dude, I'm such an idiot. Like, oh my god.
It happens all the time. It's fine.
Thank God you won, because I would have felt so bad. Like, if it was the other way, it's like,
geez. I like check my phone after losing a game.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was worried about. I was like, because I hadn't checked on the tournament in a little bit, and I was just like, oh, I saw something funny. I'll send it to Gavin, because like that's a thing that I do. And then I was like, oh. To be fair, it was very funny. However, inappropriate timing. So Marcus and I typically on very similar wavelengths. We were not on Sunday. That's for sure. He's like Charlie Day doing all the the whiteboard stuff, and I was like, Gavin will win. It's all good. He better. I sent him that joke.
So backtracking back to Grands, it's like set 1. So I lose the first 2 games. Kind of got destroyed.
This is the run back, right? So the double PS2?
Yeah, I lose on double PS2. I pick different stages. I win the first game. To be honest, I thought I was still in it, and I thought I was still likely to win the next 2. Didn't happen. I lost last hit on FD. I left it open. I was like, maybe. So that's set 1. I lost 3-1.
You gathered some great data, though, for set 2, though. Like
I think we both have
the 2 PS2 thing, the FD thing, right?
I think we both have a lot of data, so it's I'm not looking forward to the next set because I'm gonna have to really remember everything. So yeah, I think we were both just doing anything we could to get an advantage for stages because we've both even talked after GOML. We had a small conversation after GOML where Sonix was like, "Yeah, like I'm just too stubborn, like." Running it back to stages I lose on. And he was clearly not doing that this time. And which is funny because I've been focusing on not doing that lately too. So lots of different stages. Set 2 started off much better. I hope that's how it would. I predict it would have been a similar vibe versus Light. Or I would have just got cooked. I don't know. So yeah, I go up 2-0 in set 2. Like Sonix like really fights, like gets leads or brings it back, etc. But I felt relatively in control, especially game 1. But still like very, very it's a very small amount of control, but it's enough to win the games. It's like some grand finals versus like the best players type of feeling. Like you're winning, but like one decision could have changed it. And then game 3, I literally got 3 stocked. Like, I don't even know what happened. Yeah, that was bad. And then game 4, kind of like game 1 and 2, where I just really hold on to it. even if it's a small one. But he brings it back. It gets even, and then I close it out. Like I don't even know what to say. I was just exhausted. I was really exhausted. I was just trying not to cry after winning because it was I didn't know if I was actually gonna do it. So
Dude, talk about stamina. You played 4 Sonic sets.
bro,
3 of them being against Sonix, the best Sonic, and someone who's ranked higher than you. Like, geez, that must have been. Was that the most exhausting bracket you've ever played? At least like top 8.
I don't even know, but I do want to say a lot of people are like, "Oh, Tweek won. He hasn't been like super happy with Ultimate and Smash. Like I hope this gives him a spark." Hell no.
Oh hell no.
I feel worse than before. I had fought Sonic 4 times in a row.
Yeah. I did see some funny comment. Dude, Twitch chat was pretty funny for the tournament. They were like, "Oh, thank God you guys banned Steve at this tournament." It was Sonic. So I was like, "Damn it,
Funny. That's
good
funny.
point. We banned the wrong one."
So
Only one solution there.
that's like half a joke, but what I just
Yeah.
said, but I was exhausted. Also, like not to get too specific, but after the bracket, I had like a Crohn's flare up until like 6 in the morning. So that was awesome.
Damn, sorry to hear that.
No, it's okay. I mean, it happens a lot by it like all hits me at once.
Right.
Like all the stress and adrenaline and whatever. But like I wasn't even in a bad mood because I won. Usually I'm like in a worse mood because I also lost or something, right? So yeah, I don't know. I'm happy. Like when I win the grands, it's always like a relief thing though. I'm just relieved. In a bunch of ways, like proving to myself and my own body that I can do it. You know what I mean? I don't get like too emotional, but it's tough. It's pretty different for me specifically. Like me and Mute are really close because of stuff like that, and trying not to cry, but just like proving to myself that I can do it because it feels like I'm always fighting like a parasite in my body or something like that I have to beat myself to actually win the tournament. And it sounds corny, but Diddy Kong's like really like the best partner along the ride. I've put in so much effort with him. And you know, I've never really given up on him, and I feel like I've given up on other characters. And it's really special to me. Like this is by far the most special character to me, and I've been playing Smash for a long time. But Ultimate Diddy Kong is the most special character that's ever happened to me, and it's not close. And if you know me, you know that means something because I like a lot of characters and I've had a lot of journeys. But you know, like the most important part to me is as the years go by, I've been doing this a long time. I'm getting older. Crohn's is getting harder to deal with. I've played so many players. I've lost so many close calls. I've won so many close calls. I've won in Smash 4 and Ultimate, but continuing to prove to myself that it's possible, not only with Diddy Kong, but that I can defeat my own body is the reason I'm alive. Like it's what pushes me. Everything I do is to prove that to myself. Everything I do in life. I I only work out like every day because of this. I everything I do, I meditate, I work out, I do anything I can to not only improve at Smash, but I'm trying to beat myself. Like is how I would say it.
Yeah, even your diet, right? That's a huge part of like
Yes.
pretty essentially any lifestyle thing
Yes.
is. I mean, that's a hard thing to do. It's not easy. I mean, dieting, being consistent with working out, right? It just takes a lot of time. You're traveling on top of that, being consistent with working out while traveling. Does the hotel gym suck? Like, is there even a hotel there? There's so many everyone else is eating like really good food, right? Like maybe you have to get the non-dairy ice cream, right? It happens. But hey, those are the sacrifices that you make to do things you want to do. So that's amazing, man.
But at the same time, I'm also very like I always try to look towards the next tournament. I try not to. I don't know what word to use, but I'm also pretty realistic. I know I had a good bracket, and I'm mostly glad I took advantage of it for the most part. Um, and I'm just realistic when it comes to that. But either way, I'm just glad I can do it with Diddy Kong. I really wouldn't want to play any other character. Um, when it comes to these situations. Like it's just the most special that way. And yeah, like it's. But like I said, like I know I had a good bracket. I'll try to be humble with that. I don't think I did the craziest thing ever. I know the comeback was cool and all, but just
Okay.
gotta get ready for throwing and all that. So I mean,
Dude.
Sonic is debatably losing, but like Diddy Kong does better than most because some characters have zero fucking chance. Like just straight up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. Most characters on paper probably shouldn't win games. Diddy Kong can win. He can. I like to say it's an even matchup. If you want to say there might be a day where I say Sonic wins, and that's fair. If you want to tell me Sonic wins, I'm not gonna argue with you. Obviously, it's Sonic. But yeah,
I know you're kind of on your humble / like continue your grind thing right now, but I mean, last week we just talked about how many bullshit or tough matchups you ran into, or past demons and all this other shit. So winning is winning, man, and winning is great. And even playing, like you could argue, another great top player picks up Diddy Kong and tries to play him against Wrath and then Sonic's back to back. How many months or years is it going to take before they start doing that consistently? So.
Yeah.
I know you're like on your humble bullshit, but like, you know, give yourself some credit, man. You did amazing this weekend, obviously. And a lot of it wasn't even just the matchups or the players you're playing against. It's obviously a part of it. The huge comebacks are so hard to come by in this game, especially like you said, with your character in this game against someone like Sonic. Like you're gonna have to chip away. You're gonna have to like slowly take the lead back, even though you did try to cheese him twice, which obviously respect the hell out of that. Is what it is. But you played awesome, and obviously I couldn't be happier going into Throne with you doing really well and Paris doing really well as well. Shout outs to him, man.
he's been doing
Obviously,
great. This whole October was a good month for Paris.
dude, he might have a great Throne. You definitely could have a great Throne. I'm really excited for my guys here.
Yeah, I do want to shout out a couple people over the weekend. Shouts to Luis. He's been a great person to hang out with. We actually did doubles a couple times.
I saw you playing doubles, bro, on Friday. What?
I know. Luis asked me to do doubles at Cirque. I said yes, and he was like, "Oh, really?" Like, I guess he didn't think it would get that far when he asked me.
Shot his shot.
So funny.
What's the worst he could say?
No? And we got second. We lost to Hurt and Mia, which was like that shit was so rough. Like
dude, they are an insanely good team.
Game & Watch Snake was like really brutal.
It was really interesting.
Yeah,
because at the end y'all went double Wario, and in my brain I was like, honestly, Wario Palu might have worked at some point, but you never tried.
Yeah, maybe we should have done that. We did double Wario round 1 at some point, so there's the context for that. But yeah, I don't know. Like Diddy Kong's weird in doubles. He's not considered very good. And it's hard for me to decide like how to play it out sometimes. But Palu's a great one to try it with. Like Palu probably meshes the best with any character in Ultimate. She's just that kind of character in doubles. She's like fantastic. Especially when I played a little bit of doubles early on, like she was always the go-to anyways. She's still kind of in that realm. We got kind of farmed in doubles, but just shouts to Luis. It's fun hanging out with you. I feel like it's a good warm-up for bracket, all that stuff. Shouts to Zamba. We actually hung out a little bit, talked about future plans for like characters for him, and we talked about his matches, and I just thought that was cool. I just think he's a great kid, and I always say on the podcast, he's going to be like one of the biggest threats in the next game. And I think it's cool that we're both kind of taking steps to improve, especially in anticipation for that. Yeah, especially those two. And shouts to Paris, obviously. He called me at 3 a.m. to congratulate me. That was very nice. While I'm like dying in pain or whatever. And shouts to how well he's been doing in October. And he's just a good rival practice partner. Because like I said, I haven't been too into it, but he helps me get back into it at the event, and I feel like I do the same for him when he's not playing much too. So yeah, shouts to them specifically. I just wanted to bring them up. Shouts to Mute Ace as always.
Yep.
Shouts to the people I hung out with: Jean, Snorley, Tums.
Oh, Snorley. Nice. Oh, Tums, hell yeah. What the heck?
Those are my usual guys.
Nice.
At the Let's Make Moves Miami's.
Hell yeah.
Shouts to Dom. He does a lot of pictures and casting. Fun fact, I grew up with him kind of in early Smash 4. We're like from the same place. So it was just a cool event as always. Shouts to Max and Joe for somehow doing some magic that lets me win these tournaments every time.
Dude,
You
I
did
got
have a
one
really
real
good
quick.
bracket, to be fair. No, I'm just kidding.
Question mark?
Well, well, it was supposed to be Mia. So.
Actually, imagine they were doing that. I'm actually upset with them because I fought Sonic 4 times.
Wait, I got one real quick.
Oh, this
Bro,
is your idea of helping me? Okay.
I got one real quick. Shout out to MK Leo for standing on fucking business, bro. That was so fire.
Dude.
Shout out to Leo.
Rivals. I'm talking rivals mostly.
Multi-game
He did well in
goat.
Smash too. God
Bro.
damn. And Twitter goat, dude, because he gets on there and he's so good at casually talking shit. Not like he's not like, you know, brutal with it or anything. He's just like, dude, no one cares. Like, we're done talking about it. Like, I'm done with you. Like, it's over. He's so sick. I was so happy for him, man. He
Rivals
rules.
was a blast. Top
Mhm.
16
Rivals
was a
cool.
blast. Good job to
Dude.
Mars getting top 16. Good job
Shout
to
out to
Leo.
Rivals, man. That shit's
Shouts to
fire.
Rivals for sure. Rivals is dope.
Very
Nobody
fun to
guessed who
watch.
we all
Bro,
named correctly, by the way.
Luis and I
checked.
got dinner, and we're like in the front eating our dinner, watching Leo and top. Like, bro, it was lit. Like,
Dude.
fun fact
Oh,
about
God,
me,
yeah.
it's like I have a bad problem. I can only eat
Oh my God.
food if I'm watching like basketball, like and something basketball related. Usually NBA highlights. But that was an exception. Watching Leo play Rivals in top 8.
Dang, up there with the NBA highlights. Holy
Yeah.
shit.
You're Gen
honor.
Z for sure.
Yeah,
Gen
no,
Z
Haz
gold,
knows.
yeah.
I can only eat like I'll mute my mic in a Discord call like, yo, I gotta eat and watch basketball. Sorry. Like I can only
Yeah.
eat food if I'm watching basketball. Before that, it was actually Street Fighter 5. When
Upgrade.
I was like really into Street Fighter 5. Bro, I like
NBA
Street Fighter.
rules.
I like it more than Street Fighter 6.
Oh, wow.
Street Fighter 5
We
is
were
good.
we were having a good podcast.
I played it when it was better. I played Street Fighter 5 when it got a lot of stuff. Like I don't have much to say about early Street Fighter 5, but yeah, that was fun. Rivals was great. The elephant player was just gaming, bro. That's my main, by the way. Oh yeah, the comments from last time.
No one got it. No one even got it. No one was
Most
even close. I checked.
Almost everyone got mine right.
Well, because we said it on the podcast. Several people DM me their guesses, and I was like, "Did we say it on the podcast with Gavin Main?" They're all like, "Yeah." Okay, cool.
Big locks.
So yeah,
Elephant.
we'll do around the horn. Yeah, obviously Gavin plays locks, which I think is obvious anyway.
Y'all are
Charles.
actually. Hey, Chuck? Who do you play?
So I have the most amount of time right now on Arcane,
Yeah.
but
The answer's Arcane.
dude, Arcane is so fucking hard, bro. I might have to pick up the axe, man. It
Nah,
might be
it's
time for
nah,
that.
Pick up
bro,
the
it's
axe.
Okay, you're Arcane,
Dude.
bro. You're Arcane.
Dude.
That's the answer for last week at least.
Yo-
Marcus.
Oh, yeah, I also play Arcane. But I've been dabbling with a little bit of Crag. Yeah.
Okay, I would say Arcane for both of you is how I would have taken that, which is
Yeah,
funny because
yeah, Arcane.
That's
I was
who I
like,
should main, by the way. That's who I should main.
Who?
Literally-
Arcane?
Crag.
Crag,
Okay.
yeah, for
Oh,
sure.
Yeah,
yeah.
you should make
My Crag would go stupid.
Yeah.
Yes.
that was the funny thing about the question is everyone assumed no one would main the same two characters, so that's always the first thing I look for. Is like, did someone say Arcane twice? No, okay, and it was nobody. Like nobody did that, so there you go. And no one got mine. No one got mine. I play Forceburn. I think he rules. I don't know.
Leo's
Marcus.
Forsburn. Leo's
Dude, Leo's
Forsburn.
Forsburn.
Yeah?
Bro. Those
Yeah.
reverse bears, the reverse bears were
Woo!
king.
Has his inspiration, MK Leo.
Absolutely, dude. Always, man.
Dude,
Your
Leo
two,
did
your two
well.
inspirations, Jazo and MK Leo.
Yeah, they both had great weekends. Hey, shout out to Jazo. He got a win this weekend that I'm sure meant a lot to him. That meant a lot to him, I'm sure, to play you. So shout out to Jazo for real, as I always do. Shout out Jazo.
Beating
Get a nice
Riddles,
W.
right? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, exactly. Because you know
Is
he
this
looks
the
up to
second
Riddles.
time in a row?
Might be. I don't know. in a
Or
row,
more
but
than that? He's doing really well versus Riddles every time I've seen the matchup
Yeah.
happen.
And
Very.
Smashers that.
Yeah, I know. I'm in there, dude.
I
I'm gonna
think
be-
it's at least 2 times in a row or 2 times in recent like.
he's done it twice. Yeah, for sure. So I
And
know
Riddles
that-
did make top 8 after that.
Yes. Shout out to Riddles, of course.
Also,
Jazo did
multi-game
not, but
goat.
Riddles did.
Definitely multi-game goat.
True.
Dude, Leo got what, top 5?
He got
in both
third in
games?
Rivals.
Got third in Rivals.
and he got fourth
Fourth?
in
In Ult.
Ultimate.
Yeah.
Damn, top 4 in both games, man. That is
Wait,
so
Yeah.
crazy.
Also,
Yeah,
currently he 3-0'd him at Rise and Grind, and then 3-1'd him at Miami.
So it is 2 times in a row. Because I remember it happening.
Winning record now.
I was like, damn, like this is becoming a problem. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
shouts to Jazzo for beating Riddles twice in a row. Damn.
He plays hard, man. He really does. He grinds. He's that region, Georgia. They're always cooking up something, bro. They grind.
One of the stronger regions for sure.
That's why they're one of my favorite regions, bro.
Europe got 9th with Solo Nest.
That's the one I wanted to talk about, bro. That's the one I wanted to talk about.
Webb got a win on Chase.
Yep.
And he hasn't even been playing much lately.
They got farmed by Lima, but that's okay. Tough matchup.
Yeah, we were worried about that because he does not know.
Lima Light was a really good set too. That matchup's hard.
I was thinking that like after that, I was like, this is becoming a little rivalry because they've played each other like 10 times in the last month.
Yeah. And like
so
even the matchup might be the matchup might be evolving to a point where it's like maybe it's not so bad for Bayo if you understand like certain combo routes and stuff. I still think it's bad for Bayo. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, but I think Lima had some very sick edge guards and like pushing the advantage state more. Lima is definitely figuring out a lot of counterplay for that matchup because I don't know if it's Bayo's worst matchup, but it has to be up there for one of the more not so great.
I doubt it's the worst.
I doubt it's the worst, but it's like it's definitely up there. It's not good.
I don't think Fox is anyone's worst matchup. I doubt it.
Really? Well,
I can't think of an example.
Yeah, I can't really think.
There's probably there's a lot where it's close. It could be Sonic.
You're just thinking like really bad matchups.
Yeah,
is the problem.
Yeah.
It's Aegis or Fox, right? Like those are the two.
Yeah, some characters their worst matchup is 45-55, man.
Do you all still think Roy is like a Sonic counter, like that's been suggested for so long? Because I've never like agreed fully. I can see Roy doing fine, but not being like a counter.
I don't think Sonic has a counter.
Yeah, well, that too.
Sonic is immune to counters.
Yeah.
Nothing. True. Dude, that top 8, honestly, that top 8 had a good amount of nostalgia, man. When I saw like Leo versus Light, like there was so many.
Well, they had 2 sets.
Yes, exactly. And
trading sets is hype, bro.
Looking at top 4, it was Tweek, Sonix, Light, Leo. Like, dude, just look at that top 4.
Lima in the mix too. It's crazy. Like, Wrath, Wrath is an old head too.
Yeah, for me it was such a sick top 8.
Great top 8.
Mia getting 9th was a surprise.
Yep.
Shouts to Mia though. Was he by himself? Like, bro is traveling.
Yeah, he is. He's on the grind. He wants #1, man. We said it about him the last couple seasons. He wants it so bad.
He's
in
right
a
there.
way, dude, a way for him to differentiate himself from.
I don't even know if Mia had someone with him that weekend. If he did, I just didn't see. And obviously, I it's not like I saw him a million times. But yeah, Mia lost to Wrath, but then he lost to Light. Shouts to Light for beating Mia 2 times in a row as well, and it looks pretty fucking good.
He lost it. Wait, he won 2 times in a row? I thought he lost it.
Riptide was the previous time.
Cirque.
Oh, they played at Cirque, did they?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. I must have missed that. I was at the event, so I might have been somewhere. I don't know.
I don't want to like give out too much information on Light versus Mia, but there was one very specific interaction that I noticed that Light was doing, and I was like, oh man, if Mia does not see this now, he loses. And Mia did not see it.
Low key.
You never see it versus Fox.
I swear, somebody relayed Mia what we said about him versus Light and Light versus Meister.
That's why I don't want to say anything.
A month or so ago. That's why I haven't said anything because
let's do it. He's not on our podcast. Who cares?
Literally, the next time I saw them play, I was like, "This looks so much more Meister-like. Like a lot more shielding, a lot more short hop nairs, a lot more like." I was like, "Huh, that's weird. Where'd you get this idea from?" Like, But so I was.
We're being watched.
We might not be, and
that's the whole point.
Tinfoil hat, but
the whole point of the show.
Yeah. Oh yeah, true.
If no one was watching, we wouldn't be doing
it.
True. But it was the counterplay was crazy, and I mean, you saw Light how many just call out up smashes there were, just insane. Really abusing Game & Watch's weight.
Usually, when he does raw up smash, it means he's cooked.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's different, bro. Like, it just depends on, like, the method, I guess.
Yeah, and even for you, Gavin, there was so many... For me, it was so fun to watch, like, And it was sick because I actually had a good amount of time off this weekend, so I got to watch almost every single one of your matches, Gavin, and
Nice.
like most of the other matches of the tournament too. I just even if I was working, I was doing something where I could watch something on the side, so I got to watch almost the whole tournament. So it was sick to see all the tech that you've been grinding for so long, Gavin, like the instant item pickup, like reverse throw across the stage. You got to stock off of that against Sonix. And I was like, oh my God, like that's the like full screen kill. And that's like a specific tech. The Dakpo banana pool thing, we saw that a bunch of times throughout this tournament. It was really cool to just see all the different tech, the pivot boosting, right? Like I know it didn't work out for you with the forward smash, but the fact that you went for the pivot boost to just end the game, like I don't think that was the bad call to do, so to speak.
I
right?
actually got the pivot boost, which is funny. I got it versus Dominator at Cirque, I think, at one point.
Oh, nice, nice.
That one feels good to land, like for
dude,
sure.
it's crazy because you're going
it's you wouldn't get the kill otherwise. You just wouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, another one. Shoutouts to Void, bro. 2 times
Oh,
back to back best gamer.
What?
Dude, ending my Sunday night with you winning in that way, and then changing channels and seeing Void win and Grants. W.
That shit was peak, bro. This weekend was peak.
It was really good, and it's just something I appreciate about that class of Smash players, like you and Paris and Void and Mars and everyone. Y'all have so much personality and drive. Like I don't know, I was just appreciating that class, if you will, like that age group, the one after like our generation, basically. Yes. Y'all are
class of Smash 4. Well, we got
class. Yeah, sure. Yeah, whatever you want to call them. Yeah, exactly. Which is great. I don't know. It was a good ass weekend, man. I hope we have another one coming up at Throne here. I'm ready to go.
Absolutely.
Watch the show.
Shoutouts to my ultimate rare
imperms.
That tweet.
That tweet was hilarious. Nice
you
job,
thought so? I thought
of course.
I thought it'd be funny.
It was very funny.
So
anyway, I got some cool Yu-Gi-Oh cards this week.
So someone responded saying anything else cool happened, and I was so tempted to respond with no.
Yes. No, you just write yes. You just write yes. That's the answer there.
No, I was gonna say no.
I finished my deck, by the way. We go.
Yeah, good thing. Thank you for reminding me. I almost forgot to.
Do not forget. Please do not. That'd be such a bummer.
Okay. And that also reminded me that I also have another gift to get Gavin. I gotta pack that in my suitcase.
Appreciate you.
Oh, gifts for Haz.
Sorry, Hazzy. Sorry.
I'm also I like little, like the whole Triple Crown thing for me with GOML, Let's Make Big Moves, Miami now. I like stuff like that. I really like having something like that on my resume because it's just so easy to remember. It's like such a fun fact. Like,
well, it's like storyline too. I think it's sick.
Yeah, it's just cool. Because I don't think I've really ever done. Like, I've never been satisfied with the performance at Miami at all. I don't normally do well at Let's Make Moves Miami, but GOML and Let's Make Big Moves, I'm pretty consistent. Like I do pretty, like I have like some like couple GOMLs, like I have like 3 Let's Make Big Moves, whatever. So it's cool to have Miami on the board. Yeah, I don't even know if I have much else to say, bro. Other than if you like the show, I'm gonna be doing Patreon bonus content at least a little bit before I leave for Throne. We're recording this on Monday, and I'll probably be leaving Thursday or whatever, so I have some time. And yeah. Huh?
I said looking at some VODs, right? You got a lot
to pick. Yeah.
Dude, all this hype too leading up into the Throne, I'm excited, man. Like
perfect,
what a
dude.
Perfect weekend.
It's dude, right here, yeah.
I was a little greedy. I was like, man, if we get Tweek light grands right before the Throne,
yes, dude.
Definitely on the wish list. I also wanted Sonix to like get his first major win. There was so much on the line there. That to me, that's why it felt. I don't know, the top 8 just felt really fun to watch overall. It just felt like all the players were super into it. Everyone was, playing their hearts out, and just felt like there was a lot on the line. So
it was awesome, dude. It's such a good event. It really delivers every year. So we got to go to one sometime, Charles and Marcus. But yeah, dude,
yes,
Throne this weekend. Make sure you watch. Check out the ZENNI. Don't forget, guys. Check out ZENNI. Save a penny. Use our link right there.
Damn.
Okay.
That was off the rip right there.
Dang, tired has coming in, dude.
Dude, I'm like falling asleep here because I stayed up fucking watching Void and Gavin yesterday. Like,
I know for me it's only 6 p.m., but I know for you guys it's super late.
Yeah, it's all good, dude. And we have to vote tomorrow. Then we have to fly. Shit, we go.
Did Gavin load up COD? Like, what's going on? He was locked in.
What? I was reading the stupid shit Has putting in the chat.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, yeah, he tends to do that. Yeah.
Spamming all the time, dude.
But yeah,
No
thank
break
you so
for Has.
much. I guess that about does it. Thanks so much for watching the show. And yeah, thanks for supporting as always. W.
WW.